Distortion Social Scene here with Yaz and Bobby from Dead Celebrity Status. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us, guys.
Thanks for having us, brother.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
And you guys are back in town, playing Sudbury where it all began.
Finally.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
It's about time you guys come back for sure. It's been a while. I'm wondering, is there an extra level of excitement when you guys play like your hometown, being played with all your friends, people you grew up with?
Yeah. Me and Yas always talk about this. We've been fortunate.
No, we don't. He's lying.
Yeah.
No.
This is starting off great. He's an ass. We actually hate each other. It's like home and oats. Like we actually don't really like each other.
No. I have a personal manager, so does he.
Yeah.
Just keep going separate ways.
Yeah.
That's why we actually have, if you know, we have a towel here, and it's like in
It's
between
a
the
separation
two of us.
contact.
It's like a barrier.
It's a barrier. That's what it is.
Although, yeah, forget it.
All right. So you were saying,
Big gulps. What was the question?
son was so great.
Oh, do we miss playing? Yes, we do. All jokes aside, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yas and I started here when we were literally 12 years old. We met each other and formed this group called Project Wise. We've been able to have a lot of success. We've been able to be a part of some of the biggest tours in the world, travel the world. But I think Yas will probably agree with me. There's no feeling like coming back to where it all began for us, right? There's a lot of nostalgic memories here for us. So a night like tonight is fucking awesome, dude.
Nice. Well, we're glad to have you guys here for sure.
And it's also probably the only place that we actually put pressure on ourselves to really deliver.
Exactly, yeah.
We've played over 300 shows in our lives now, and we have like this attitude, like we get on stage and we just fucking go nuts and nothing's gonna get in the way. But when we come to Sudbury, it's a little different. It's like, we can't fuck this up. We can't. There's expectations, right? And there's family, and there's friends, and there's people who have followed us since we were kids, and they know better. So when we get here, it's like, we put a lot on our shoulders to be able to deliver, and I hope we come through today.
No, I'm sure. I caught you guys back at Summerfest, I think 3-4 years ago. You guys played before Classified.
Yeah, that's right.
And
cool.
It was a great show. It was one of the best I've seen. You guys put so much energy in your shows. I mean,
Oh, thanks.
can't regret going to that Celebrity Status show.
Well, wait till you see our naked dance chair routine tonight.
Oh, nice.
That's only him, actually.
Actually, it's my solo.
That's his. I have like an umbrella with rain cherry team
stuff.
thing. That's my thing.
It's beautiful though, actually.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
He's beautiful.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful man. But besides Sudbury, I mean, you guys said you've toured the world, played lots of big shows. Been on the Warped Tour. You played with Tech Nine.
Yes.
You just got off a tour with Cottonmouth Kings.
Yeah.
Besides Sudbury, is there any of the shows you played that kind of stand out in your minds, or any favorite places?
We always get asked this question. It's really difficult. I'll probably have a different answer than Yas. Probably the Ozzy Osbourne tour for us.
For on Ozfest?
Yeah, we were able to, and fortunate enough to tour with Ozzy Osbourne across the country, doing arena tours, right? And I totally recall the first day we pulled up to Vancouver, and me and Yas walk in. We're tired. We're always hungry. Basically we just.
Where's catering?
That's what we do. Yeah, where's catering?
Where's catering?
We don't give a shit. But we heard Mr. Crowley, which is an Aussie song, in the background, and we look, and Zach Wilde's rehearsing, and it's just
We weren't hungry anymore.
yeah.
No,
That was it.
it's not.
It's the only thing that can stop us from being hungry, dude.
Well, melody from Zach Wilde.
Yeah, and then we see Ozzy walk in, like barely walking in. Do you know what I mean? And
That's
yeah,
the Aussie diet.
yeah.
That's all you need. Don't want to eat too much, just show up at an Aussie show.
That takes care of it.
You know, you got the butterflies going. Yeah, that's a good one.
Status side plan, maybe.
Absolutely.
And some Aussie.
I think Aussie for me is definitely, a milestone in our careers. Two other tours I think were very special. Was one of our very first ones as teenagers was Public Enemy. The greatest hip hop band of all time, one of the greatest bands of all time, and we got to do a Public Enemy tour, which is what really inspired us to want more and do more. So that's one for sure. And then the other one for me, it's Warped Tour. It's always got to be Warped Tour. It's that DIY punk rock. Fucking, we're the odd guys. We're the misfits of the Warped Tour, right? It's punk rock and emo and alternative. And then you have Bobby and I, and we're like the misfits of that tour, and we love that and we embrace that, and we bring that to all of our shows. So Yeah, those are two special ones to go along with the Aussie, of course.
And playing shows like say the Warped Tour, which is more punk. Were you guys well received by the crowd still? Did people enjoy the show, or was it kind of throw them back since it's such a different style?
Extremely well received. The thing is, when we started in Sudbury, we literally started playing punk rock shows because promoters wouldn't book hip hop shows. So we started to work with punk rock acts, and we actually developed a punk rock ethic, a punk rock attitude, right? So we brought that to Warped Tour, and I think a lot of fans from Warped Tour, when they see something real, they kind of embrace it and respect it.
Yeah.
And we came from that standpoint, so it was really cool.
Yeah, from way back we had punk rock in us, right? Ty Thomas and all the local punk rock kids. An Upgrade. It was Project Wise and Upgrade. We cruise. No, what was it? Project Wise and Upgrade. We cruise, recline on razor blades. That's us, 16 years old.
That's really bad. Right?
That's where it comes from. But yeah, so we love that.
Right on. And you guys just released a new album, Throwaway Kids.
Yes,
and it's a
sir.
great album, by the way.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate
I love
that.
it. Most of the album, you guys still talk, about politics, society, music industry, things like that. There's a couple of songs that stood out to me. Hurts Like, and then Them seem to come from like a more personal place. I was wondering if the songs actually did, or if it's just more storytelling in the song.
Everything we write comes from a personal place.
Yeah.
It comes from personal experience. Everything that we write. So in terms of Hurts Like, Yas's first verse, he's talking about women's body issues in today's society, right?
Yeah.
Which is very important for us, even as male artists. My verse is about breast cancer. We've all been affected by cancer, me specifically.
Right,
as well.
yeah, it's definitely those parts of the song that kind of...
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, when it comes to writing lyrics, we're not afraid to put ourselves out there, ever. I mean, we'll say anything as long as we feel that we're emotional about it, right? So.
And either we've personally dealt with these issues, or we've been surrounded and attached to people who have dealt with these issues. And you mentioned storytelling, and I think that's one of our gifts, is that we're able to speak honestly, but put it in a format that's very entertaining and in a story, basically. So yeah, you mentioned Them. Them is very important. That's the whole concept of the album. The Throwaway Kids. We're misfits. We're the outcasts. We're the ones who've been bullied. And it's a kind of a fuck you to everyone who says you should be normal. What is normal, right? We're on the fringes of society, but we've created our own society. And together we're able to build and fight and not be oppressed. We're against any form of oppression, whether it's political, whether it's corporate, or whether it's happening in a schoolyard. We're against that. We're anti that. And those are things that are important to us, and I think a lot of people don't have a voice, and they sit in a room and they're trapped by these four walls, and all they have is music, and music speaks to them, and we have a responsibility, and it's important for us to be able to speak to these kids to let them know that we have your voice, we have your back, and together as misfits we rise up and we can do better, and we support each other, and that's what it's about. It's about love and misfit love.
Definitely, yeah. Like say, Them definitely sounds like the definition of a throwaway kid. And listen to it and listen to the lyrics, and I guess it kind of paints a picture in your head as you guys, read out the lyrics and stuff like that. Two of the great tracks for myself on the album, I thought.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
But and the other question, I mean, you guys probably answered this many times, but such a huge gap between albums. I think so. You probably answered this 100 times.
His fault.
But
It's his fault.
was it just not the time for a new album? 'Cause I know you guys were still playing shows and stuff like that.
You know what? You're right. We could be here for a couple of hours talking about that.
I mean, the summary.
But yeah, to summarize it, we released Blood Music in 2006 globally. We toured Europe, America. We toured a lot. We came home and we had some issues with our record label at that point. So what we were doing is trying to get off that label. Anybody in the industry would understand it's very difficult. It's not just an easy thing or overnight thing. So we were caught up in red tape, so to speak.
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
Bottom line.
Yeah,
we
literally
crashed.
rock
Like,
bottom.
Yeah.
financially, professionally,
Yeah.
emotionally, creatively, we were fucking flatlined.
Just kind of step back a little bit and kind of...
Oh, but let's not even step back. Our hands were tied, like he's saying. We were stuck
Yeah,
with
gotcha.
label problems and political problems and law problems, and it was like, we're just stuck. And it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, and what we did was refuse to be stagnant in terms of our lives, we always wanted to go back and pursue our educational dreams, right? So we went back to university. We both graduated with our degrees, which we always wanted to accomplish. Never had the time before, ever.
Right.
So in hindsight, it worked out, right?
Yeah, for sure. You guys still got to advance in life.
Yeah, so we finished our degrees, and then we came back. Then a whole laundry list of shit happened. Yas basically had 3 herniated discs in his back. He was laid out on a bed for basically a
Year and a half.
We couldn't record. We tried. We tried to record. Wasn't happening. So that kills another year. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
But he's so strong now. So
That's good.
Not really. There's like nothing there.
But yeah, in a nutshell, we went through a lot of trials and tribulations, but you know what? In retrospect, once again, if we didn't go through that, we wouldn't have made the throwaway.
This album, yeah.
We wouldn't have made that fucking album. Like,
And that's how we got to
Inspired,
step back. We got to step back because we were forced to.
it's raw and it's emotional, and that's exactly how we fucking
Definitely.
felt.
You definitely feel the emotion.
Yeah, we
come
felt
through
that
the
way.
songs.
You know, just like when we wrote Blood Music, we actually felt that fucking way. Like, that album's dark. We were in a dark place, right? So maybe next record we'll be super happy and just write fucking club songs, dude.
Just wear yellow t-shirts all the time.
And it'll be easy, right?
Yeah.
Just to write, you know.
Some easy beats.
Lick my ass.
There you go. There you go. Whatever makes you happy.
It works.
That was weird.
Being that it's been so long since Blood Music came out, do you guys find you have to kind of build your fan base up again, or have people kind of followed you throughout the years?
We've been lucky. To a shock to us, when we dropped the album, it actually it went on iTunes and it debuted. It charted #7. To us, we were fucking shocked.
Yeah.
We took 7 years off, dude. Anybody takes a year off nowadays, you're gone. Dude.
Yeah. It's definitely a milestone to be able to do that.
Exactly. We took off. What's going on here?
It's like weird men rolling on the bed here.
And all that.
Show the bed. There's actually like there's a bed and just men rolling, crawling through. I didn't want to roll on. Who's this Tough Mudder? Like, misfits Tough Mudder.
Call a block a shot. Call professionalism.
But I don't know where you were at. Lost with the men rolling.
Yeah, no. Yeah, to come back after 7 year hiatus and be received the way we've been is wow. You know what I mean? Both me and Yash are speechless. It's amazing. A lot of our core audience has stuck by us, right?
Yeah.
So these are doing some things.
Where's the hell, bro? This is just men rolling on that bed. But to continue, like, we are building this all back up from scratch. And we, you know, as Bobby said, we've been lucky and blessed and we're doing well. But it is a challenge and we have to take it upon ourselves not to be on some diva shit, but to literally build this one misfit at a time, one song at a time, one concert at a time. And that's why we're so active on social media, whether it's on the website, Twitter, at DC Status, or Facebook, or whatever. You know, we take time to talk to everyone, meet everyone, engage with everyone, because that's the only way right now. It's literally, we're on some punk rock shit all over again. We got to start, you know, DIY, do it ourselves, one by one.
Kind of doing the old-fashioned way how bands used
Absolutely.
to do it, you know what I mean?
So, that's where we're at right now.
Nice. Now, another question is, I know you guys talk a lot about the music business and being a band that was on a major label and now doing more independent. Is there one that you prefer over the other? And what do you think about the state of the music industry? It seems like it's gone downhill compared to, you know, bands could do before. The money's not there anymore. It's just...
Yeah, it's just for
That
me.
was very leading. We were in court, eh? We're leading the witness. He asks the question that gives the answer. Yeah, I like that. I object.
Wonder if you guys agree or if you object. That's just my opinion.
Oh shit.
Sustained.
Go ahead.
I don't even remember the question.
Just the
major label.
industry.
Major label.
Yeah, that's independent.
Listen, the business model has changed, right? For the major labels, there are pros and cons to both sides. We've been fortunate enough to see the major label side. We were in the giant,
Yeah.
big fucking corporate machine. We were in that. it doesn't get bigger than Sony, right? And we've been straight up fucking DIY, book your own shows, press your own discs. We've seen both sides. And both have pros and cons. But at the end of the day, to us, it just comes down to making good music, dude. Like,
We're right now we're with a label, 682 Records, and you know, independent label, and that's how we're doing it. We're doing everything independent, and the benefit with a label like that, as opposed to the big machine, is they believe in us and they let us do what we want, and not whatever we want. Like, it's not.
You guys seem to like having the
We just don't get to
ability,
eat
right, to
beef
do whatever you
jerky
want.
constantly.
Yeah.
Not that we eat beef jerky, but
If you could.
they believe in us, right? They believe in the music and creatively, and they listen to us. And it's a lot easier to be able to talk to them and approach them and get things done, as opposed to when you're sitting in front of suits, right? When you're sitting in front of a bunch of
for sure.
suits, it's a much different world. So they're working with us, and we're working with them, and we're doing this. So
Right on. Now, just one last question before I let you guys go. Basically, if you want to recommend any artists out there that you guys think are worth checking out, that people can go and check out. Maybe what you're listening to right now.
oh, wow.
Anything like that.
while you're thinking, to answer your other question though, that you were leading me on with, I do agree with you though, 100%. I brought it all back in. I do think the industry is in a state of distress. I think it has been for a long time. I think it is getting worse.
Yeah.
And it's sad and it's unfortunate. However, what there is a rising underground scene again. There's an independent movement really building. You know, we've been fortunate enough to be part of, the Cottonmouth Kings tour and Tech 9 tours. And there's all these, battle axe movement that's happening right now. So there's all these, independent movements that are really building and fighting the machine and having a big fan base. So that's important. But in terms of like the big entity, it's definitely in a very sad state.
Yeah, it seems like it's disappeared. Absolutely. A lot more artists are going independent nowadays, it seems, than the major labels.
Because there's no money, right? They put a lot of money into you, but artists don't actually take any of that money home.
You don't get the return.
So it's like...
But at the same token, major labels still have a lot of power, right? They control, like Viacom owns radio.
Yeah.
Clear Channel.
Your playlists are controlled by the major labels. And radio controls everything. It controls your video speeds on MTV or Much Music or what have you.
Absolutely.
So they definitely still have a lot of control and power, right? The interesting thing to see is what's the next business model going to be?
Yeah, it seems like it's come up with something new to...
Well, they do. They have to. So that'll be interesting for me.
Definitely. And then again, like I said, the other question is just the artists that you guys listen to.
This is good.
Yeah, to be honest, I still listen to mostly old school stuff.
Yeah.
Like 80s music all day, non-stop.
Okay.
No, for real, this is what I do. Like, I ain't missing you at all. Like, that's my shit. Some Waits.
Who the fuck is that? Who's that?
Waits. Tom Waits?
Yeah, exactly.
Tom Waits. Yeah, Tom Waits. Yeah, that's my man. Not really my man, but fucking just pretend we're down with it. That's my man. I want some rap shit now. That's my man. But yeah, no, I'm all 80s and old school hip hop, old school punk, old school metal. I'm old school. But for you, like recently, I've been listening to a hip hop cat named Volley, who's from Chicago, Chi-Town cat, Voli. He's probably my favorite rapper right now, I guess, MC, musician. I don't know what you listening to.
I'm the exact same him as.
It's all in the older stuff.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not that new artists aren't making good shit. You know what I mean? Like, I like songs here and there.
Yeah.
It's in terms of like artists developing albums. I feel that's kind of been a lost art a little bit. But there's a lot of old school people coming back though, which is really cool,
Yeah, I've
right?
noticed a lot of comebacks. For sure.
Yeah, so
A lot
that's
of the 90s
interesting to
bands.
see like how they progress right into year 2013, right? So
Yeah, for sure. We'll see how they're received by the mainstream. See if-
yeah, dude, I think that's exciting. So that's cool.
Do you guys listen to a lot of the 90s bands? I know on your music you refer to, Radiohead, Red Hot Chili
Absolutely.
Peppers.
Nirvana, Pearl Jam, the whole
Yeah.
Seattle movement, and
We used to hate that fucking scene.
Yeah.
when we first started, we hated it, but now,
Right on, guys. Thanks for talking with us. Have a good show, man.
Thanks, brother.
Can't wait.
Thank you
please,
for having us.
please everybody follow us on Twitter at DC Status, Facebook DC Status, our website deadcelebritystatus.com. Like us, hate us, chat with us, and we got a new album, The Throwaway Kids. You can find it on iTunes, Amazon, our website, wherever it is, and wait for us to show up in a town near you.
We sleep under a full moon, swallowing 4 spoons of pain. While they hide, we dance in the rain. We are not perfect, we are not glamorous, we are not Hiltons, we are not Kardashians. We are anti-gag with our hands tied around our backs while Bush bombed Iraq. When Obama killed Osama, we refuse to clap, cause America's a terrorist too, tit for tat. We are filthy poor, the opposite of Jersey Shore.